Yeah.
Mayor Randall, we are live.
Mayor Brown.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Northern Virginia Transportation Authority meeting, which I am going to call to order. Jonathan, if you do not mind saying the roll call, do the roll call for me, please.
Yes, ma'am. Vice Chair Snyder. Here. Chairman McKay.
Here.
Chair Wheeler.
Here.
Board Member Crystal.
Here.
Mayor Wilson. Mayor Davis Younger.
Present.
Mayor Ritchell.
Here.
Mayor Reed.
Here.
Senator Boysko.
Here.
Supervisor Harity. Mr. Bedell.
Present.
Ms. Hines.
Here.
Mr. Cole. Here. Mayor Wood. Present. Ms. Center.
Here.
Mr. Horsley. Here.
Let it be known that 3 people needed to say present, but that's fine.
I was trying to be
Not a problem. First thing we're gonna do, I'm assuming you've all read your minutes from the May 11th meeting. Is there a motion? If I'm assuming that is true. Is there a motion to approve?
Approval, Madam Chair.
Approval has been made by Ms. Crystal and seconded by Ms. Wheeler. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? That motion will pass. We have 2 action items. Item number 4 is the approval of letter of endorsement for Princeton County Sterling Station Infrastructure Discretionary Grant Application. Number 5, endorsement of the City of Fairfax 2023 Safer Streets for All Grant Application. Let's take number 4, please, Ms. Beckman.
Madam Chair, to be brief, Prince William County is requesting a letter of endorsement for the charging and fueling infrastructure discretionary grant application. If they are awarded this funding, this will go towards the 8 EV charging stations at Chin Aquatics and Fitness Center and the Chin Library, which it has been designated as an equity emphasis area. So they will be using this money for 8 charging stations if the grant is awarded.
Wonderful. Would anyone like to, Ms. Wheeler, make a motion?
I move authority approval of the letter of endorsement for Princeton County's charging and fueling infrastructure discretionary grant application.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded by Mr. McKay, although I bet Ms. Younger might want to second that motion.
You can, I'm happy to use her.
Okay.
I'm just trying to speed things up.
All right, motion's made and seconded. Discussion on the motion. My only, I guess, compliment is that it's an equity emphasis area that you said the aquatic centers equity
It's a shared aquatic center.
which actually meets one of our MBTA goals, right? So that's wonderful. And nothing else, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That will pass unanimously. Now we have the City of Fairfax, Ms. Beckman.
Madam Chair, the City of Fairfax is requesting fiscal year 2023 funding through the Safer Streets for All grant application. This program was included under the bipartisan infrastructure law, and it establishes the grant program with $5 billion in appropriated funds over 5 years. Under the city's proposed scope, they will develop a citywide safety action plan. And they note that the city is located at the crossroads of several major regional corridors with significant local and regional travel volumes. And with this citywide action plan, they will look at safety measures to ensure that constituents, residents, and people who are driving to and through can travel about safely.
Wonderful. Thank you. Ms. Reed, would you like to make a motion?
I would like to make a motion that we approve this letter of endorsement for the City of Fairfax Safer Streets grant application.
Wonderful. Mr.
This one I will second this one.
You want me to jump in? I got you. Second by Mr. McKay. Discussion on that motion.
Well, we are working very hard to turn our little city from a cut through for major roadways into a walkable city where Gen Z will prefer to take a bus, take a bike, walk instead of owning and driving a car. So long-term safety is also about meeting the needs of a future generation who will not be car dependent.
Like that. I like that. Also, goals, sustainability, for MBTA. That's very good. Anybody else? Wonderful. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion will pass unanimously. We have three discussion items, and I'm actually really interested to see this next one. It's a travel trends update. There you are.
Yeah.
Ready when you are, sir.
Good evening, Madam Chair. So this is item number 6 in your packet, our regular quarterly updates on travel plans in Northern Virginia. This is our 10th in the series since June of 2021. And in this update, we have extended our previous report to the first quarter of 2023. In the packet, the first item is on air travel demands in the region. The chart is showing air travel passenger counts in the three major airports in the region. The orange line is for Reagan National. The blue line is for Baltimore Washington International, and the gray, excuse me for the color, is kind of blending into the background, but the gray is Dallas International. We received these numbers from MWPAP, EPB's airport system planning program. On this chart, as you can see, Reagan National came back stronger than any of the two. Back in the summer, they have reached or surpassed pre-COVID travel demands for air travel. We started to track these numbers because we know air travel demands impact ground access, multimodal ground access to all regional airports. In the same period, the last quarter in 2022, November, December, Baltimore, Washington suffered a major decline or a sharp decline. It's due to the service disruption on the Southwest Airlines sector. That's all we have on the air travel. Next, please, John. This is our regular and usual highway traffic volumes on major highways in Northern Virginia. In this quarter, the first quarter of 2023, we have crossed the 3rd-year anniversary of the original governor's stay-at-home order. At the 3rd-year anniversary, we are still observing traffic volumes on average 6% below pre-pandemic level. That's the shaded area on the chart on the very right, the first one. Next chart, please. And the last one in the series is average monthly changes in transit ridership. Most local bus services continued their strong recovery from the pre-pandemic. In fact, City of Fairfax Q, Alexandria Dash was on average more than 30% of pre-pandemic level. These two services are grouped together in the orange line on the chart as other bus services. But as you can see, the teal or blue, the Fairfax Connector line is also above pre-pandemic level. In the same period, first quarter 2023, OmniRide experienced a sharp decline, which is the purple line in the middle. If you can track it, this is due to the service strike in February and March of this year. The bottom two lines, Metrorail and VRE, in this particular period, the first quarter, they are showing upward trends. Metrorail was at 60% below. I'm sorry, Metrorail was at 50, about 50, and VRE was at 60% below that pre-pandemic. That's all we have for the trend. As the next step, we will continue tracking these numbers, especially with recently announced enhanced transit services. For example, VRE's free fare Friday or WMATA's Metrolift program, and we'll continue to report these numbers to you all. That's all, Madam Chair. I'm open to questions.
Thank you, sir. Question from the authority member. I have one question about the airlines. So, which is back on page 3. It seems that BWI and DCA are both in the end they're starting to trend down, but that's not true for IAD for Dulles. Well, besides the fact that Dulles is in the amazing Loudoun County, which may be much of the reason it's not trending down. Are any of these trends have to do with the type of flights? Of course, Reagan is only national flights, but BWI and Dulles are international flights. Dulles also has a lot of cargo flights coming in. So when you look at these trends and these numbers, are any of them based on I know some of them are based on the number of slips, but what about the types of flights that are coming in?
So these numbers are based on all commercial,
All
paid
commercial,
service,
just commercial service.
just commercial paid service, both international and domestic, and both enplanement and deplanement. So all kinds of air travel demand from the commercial air travel.
I'm a little surprised at those numbers there. I don't quite get it.
So the numbers directly came from the airport to MW.
No, I'm not. I'm not questioning the numbers. I'm just a little surprised on what I'm looking at. It's so good. It's all fine. Yeah, really. I'm stop asking questions now, okay? We're good, we're good. Anybody else have any questions?
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
just a comment. I mean, this chart does speak, I think, to the importance of the slot and perimeter rule, though, and what we're debating right now, because clearly DCA is at or beyond its capacity.
It is.
And to your point, there's a lot of aircraft that cannot land there safely. Not to mention all the impacts on the communities around there. But this is another reason why, we need to be continuing to promote Dulles Airport, taking some of the pressure off of National Airport, and what's going on Capitol Hill right now should be of concern to all of us. It certainly is to MWA, and I think it is to everyone in the room, but this is a good confirmation trend-wise of what's happening and why that's concerning.
That's very true. That's very true. This is to be blunt, a lot of this is just about ease of travel from an airport for conference people. I mean, like literally, that is the issue.
Yeah.
Is the issue. So I know that you all know that in the General Assembly, and you're aware of it. Yeah.
So as we're discussing this, and I know this isn't really a point of our topic, but if the perimeter rule were to be changed, it would not only have impacts to us regionally, but it would actually impact the funding stream for all of our airports throughout the Commonwealth and our economy. And with our investments in Metro and the thousands and thousands of people who work at Dulles, I mean, it's a real economic concern. So I'm pleased to see that we have data that supports not changing.
And then we are in one accord about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. The executive report, Ms. Bachman.
Madam Chair, my report is in your packet, but I would like to highlight a few items. As you all are aware, the call for projects open for the fiscal year 2024 to 2029 6-year program. As I like to remind everyone, the application portal closes July the 28th at 5 p.m. It is electronic. If it's 5:01, we can't help you. July 28th at 5 p.m. And as is our practice, there will be resolutions from the governing bodies that will also be due, but we do allow additional time for those resolutions of support for those projects to be submitted. What we have added for this application cycle is that projects will also be based or evaluated based on alignment with MBTA's core values of equity, safety, and sustainability. So we have added that we want to put our money where our mouth is, literally, to show that we are trying to practice what we preach. Now, again, this doesn't take away from our legal mandates, but we are trying to look and make sure that the projects are in alignment with our core values as well. Additionally, the preliminary deployment plan for the regional bus rapid transit system study, we had a BRT working group on May the 15th, and MBTA staff provided the intended updates, and we will continue to coordinate with this working group. We have not hired a consultant as of yet. We will, of course, bring that back to you, but we are working throughout the region and with Maryland and the district and WMATA to make sure that this is a comprehensive effort. The last 2 points I want to make, we have, and this was started off as a pilot last year, lunch and learns regarding our transportation technology and what we're doing in that area. So we had, and this year we kicked off our, what we call the innovative lunch and learns. We kicked it off May 18th with the topics of best practices for effective bike ped data. The next sessions will be June 15th and July 20th, and we do hold those remotely. And we've gotten a lot of participation, so we're happy about that. And lastly, and Sri is standing at the wall, and I actually have his readers, as light as a little soft for my eyes, but Dr. Nampa Theory, Sri presented on June 5th at the prestigious Transportation Research Board Innovations in Travel Analysis and Planning Conference. And he presented on transactions and the innovative methods used for scenario analysis. So thank you, Sri, and Madam Chair, that is all. However, I wanted to know, before I turn it over to you, tonight is Miss Crystal's last night.
I had it, I had that.
So, thank you.
I had that, I had that.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you. All right, I have a couple of things actually. I let you know that we will not, the next two meetings will be canceled. The July meeting and the August meeting, we always cancel August, but the July meeting will be canceled as well. So one big breath. Yay, everyone, yay, yes, good that. Of course, we are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the authority tonight. I do want to, before we walk in here, and there'll be a lot of elected officials, former elected officials and people in this room, I want to take a moment and say to the MBTA staff how absolutely phenomenal you all are. You're not a huge staff for what you do. Yes. You are small but mighty. And I also want to say thank the Council of Councils, because you're not being paid for that. It's a lot of work you guys are doing. So Monica, the work you all do every day to just move people safely around the area and get them home faster is phenomenal. And you know, the amount of projects we get through, we are always either approving a call for project or making a call for project. It just never ends. So you all are committed and just phenomenal. I want to make that, I want to say that. And yes, this is going to be Miss Crystal's last MBTA meeting, which we're going to miss her. Miss Mayor Risher and I have been like, what's in here? Which means you really have to over there now, because we're like, what's in here?
Hope it wasn't fresh.
We're gonna miss you in 1,000 different ways, and especially on the particular text stream. We're gonna miss you so much. You have been just fantastic in every way, and it feels like, you know, kind of watch your baby get born and grow up, and all prayed with you when he was born. So we all prayed with you then. I remember, I think it was Jeff that told me Katie had a baby, and I was like, Katie, your baby's not due for a couple of months. And now we look at him and he is just going gangbusters. And you know, at one point, I think every chair or chair at large in Northern Virginia was a female. And so it was really cool at one point. So you have been just wonderful and gracious and very smart. You're so, and I just appreciate you so much. We are all going to miss you very, very much. Thank you for your public service, for your dedication, for your commitment. We may keep you on the text stream just because it's just so much fun. So thank you so much.
And
I thank you so much, Chair Randall. And look, I don't say no to Mayor Woods. This is really meaningful, and this group is really been a tremendous, effective body and a real pleasure to be part of. And I just wanted to comment during my tenure, the shift that I've seen towards more open-mindedness about a truly multimodal program of projects, even though that sometimes means working with partners that we are not as familiar or comfortable with, like WMATA, or thinking about how we shape SPAs differently when it's with the Northern Virginia Parks Authority, who hasn't historically been a partner. I think it's required a lot of flexibility on the part of this talented staff and a lot of open-mindedness on the part of authority members. And it's been a real pleasure to be part of that. And will not be going as far when it comes to transportation in the region. So I look forward to staying in touch, and you better believe it, because only Jeff is going to be able to make fun of Justin on the text thread.
Right.
Thank you very much. Oh, is that part of the minutes of the meeting? I could adjourn the meeting while we all. Having seen no other business come before the authority, we are adjourned. Yeah.